let's say, more reticent to condemn Israel's behavior. I'm thinking particularly the United States and Germany. Could you please give us your appeal directly to those two countries, because you're saying countries in general, but could you be specific to those two countries, please? Thank you.
Can I respond? I've got the Chair's permission, Jamie, to answer your first question. These reports should be taken seriously, but honestly, the Israeli responses are becoming so boring. You know, they say the same thing every time. They're producing the responses by ChatGPT these days, and they spend so much money in the Foreign Ministry on propaganda, you'd think that they would actually come up with something original. I would want them to engage with the evidence, but they never engage with the evidence. They put the report into ChatGPT, and then they put out the standard response. So no one takes it seriously, and Jamie, you shouldn't either.
You know, this is 2 years' work on our part, painstakingly gathering the facts. You know, we're very aware that we have a mandate to you can't hear me? All right. So we have a mandate that requires us to share this information to judicial institutions, and we have not only the ICC but national judiciaries. There was one request. And so we are very, very careful to ensure that we personally investigate and verify every fact here. We even quote the figures released by Israel. And I was labeled anti-Semitic only when I took over as chair of this commission. I served 6 years as High Commissioner for Human Rights, and Israel invited me, the only High Commissioner, to go on a mission to Israel. And they mentioned the balance with which I come in. So I'm sorry to bring in the personal element, but as Chris said, I wish they'll tell us where we went wrong on these facts, or just cooperate with us if they had done any investigations. That's on the one. Yeah, I take your point about naming states. You know, we had 2 additional mandates given to us by the Human Rights Council 2 years ago, but we never received resources for them. Our staff, you know, it's a small number of staff overworking. We're concerned about their health, in fact. So we couldn't deliver on those 2, one of which was to produce a report on the transfer of military equipment by states. We started working on this, and so that's why we're not ready to name any states just yet. But we will get there once we get our resources. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Okay, in the front row, please go ahead.